When the process of decay takes place, there are certain conditions which can affect the rate at which it is done. Oxygen. Most decomposers respire aerobically, and so if there is plenty of oxygen available, then the rate of decay will increase. However, some decomposers may respire in anaerobic conditions, but these organisms are pretty rare. Decay takes place faster if the organisms are in moist, warm conditions compared to dry, cold conditions. Moisture makes it easier for organisms to digest the materials. Finally, temperature. The higher the temperature, the faster the rate at which the reactions of the decomposers will take place. However, at too high temperatures, the enzymes will be denatured. Decay is used in the process of making compost. Food waste from kitchens and waste from plants in the garden can be put into a compost bin to form compost. The process takes a while, but the compost will contain lots of nutrients due to the work of the decomposers. This makes it a good fertiliser. In compost bins, the conditions are usually suited to increase the work of the decomposers. The conditions are therefore warm and moist with plenty of oxygen. However, in a special type of container, anaerobic conditions can be formed. This container is known as a biogas generator. If bacteria decompose the material in these conditions, methane is formed. The methane can then be used as fuel for vehicles or to produce electricity. The reaction is exothermic, and so often once an initial input of heat is given, the reaction can be sustained to work in any climate. The final required practical is to do with decay. You'll investigate how the rate of decay of milk is affected by temperature. You would measure how long it takes for a solution of milk, lipase and sodium carbonate to change from a high to a low pH. The fall in pH will be due to the formation of lactic acid as this decay process occurs. You would see how long it takes for the solution to change from a purple colour to a yellow one. Once the solution has turned yellow, it indicates the pH has dropped to a certain value. The rest of the video is now higher tier content. A change in the environment can cause massive disruptions for the local ecosystems. The distribution of organisms is dependent on the conditions of the environment. Changes in an environment could be due to natural conditions or human activity. Seasonal changes are natural. Think about the UK. The amount of rainfall, daylight hours and temperature changes massively from each season to the next. And these are just the changes we can see. Other changes, such as the availability of water, will also affect plants and animals. These seasonal changes can cause plants and animals to migrate to other areas with more suited conditions. Geographical changes are again natural. Animals and plants will be adapted to allow them to survive in specific areas, such as at high altitudes or acidic pH values of soil. Human activities can cause changes too. These changes can have huge impacts, for instance global warming, pollution and acid rain. As global warming has resulted in higher temperatures, many animals are moving to cooler parts of the world. Other impacts include the introduction of new plants or animals into an area. These organisms could outcompete the species already living in these environments. However, it's not all bad news. Humans have led to some positive impacts, including conservation methods such as replanting more trees than are cut down in certain areas.